How you going, people? Well, whenever you pull over a car with no back window and dent it up, we call that a clue. Now, they already know this guy's involved in a hit and run. Like the video, people, if you like the content. While fleeing the scene, collision with a second vehicle. Short time later, they spot a vehicle matching the description. What's the description? Well, it's probably the only white car driving around with no freaking back windshield busted out and damage all over it. But anyway, let's take a look at this.
Stay in the vehicle.
Okay, you got a vehicle with some serious damage. This guy is either deuce or running from a crime. I don't understand why this cop doesn't have his hand on his gun.
Turn off the vehicle right now.
So, he knows the guy is probably a no person. Does he need his hand on his gun? No. But why wouldn't you? You have multiple people in a car that is driving erratic. You don't know if it's a kidnapping. You don't know if he's drunk. You don't know if he just committed a crime. You don't know if he's holding somebody hostage. I mean, I don't get why cops seem like they're afraid to put their hand on their gun on something like this, but they got no problem pulling out their gun and shooting somebody for some minor BS.
Turn off the vehicle.
So now you got him failure to pilot. He started to pull off. He's not complying. Still ain't got his hand on his gun. This guy has no clue that could be a dangerous situation. I don't get it. I mean, look at his car.
Turn off the vehicle, man. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Okay, so this guy has zero fucks to give. He don't give a shit. He's lighting up a cigarette. He knows he's going to jail. I'm thinking the guy is stoned out of his mind from his behavior. I don't really perceive a threat from him either, but my hand would still be on my gun.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. Put your hands on the steering wheel.
Okay, so he wants his hands on the steering wheel. I don't know why he's doing that, why he wouldn't have the guy step out, why he wouldn't say, give me the keys. I mean, there's a lot of things he could have said, but now he goes hands on, and he's got multiple people in the car. I want you to watch how many people get out of his car and beat feet.
Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. 217, step it up. Nah, get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle.
Did he just kick him or knee him?
217, step it up. Nah, get out the vehicle.
See, the camera went out of view. Is he kicking him or stomping him? I don't know what the hell is this guy doing.
Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Stay in the vehicle.
So now somebody's going to get out of the back vehicle. Now he's got to control multiple sides. This is why you don't really want to go hands-on. Sometimes you can't help it. I'm not sure if he could have helped it. I would have been more worried about getting the keys, keeping everybody's hands in sight until I had backup. But now he's by himself. He has to get on the radio, call for... Did I mention he's losing his hair? Rick, you can't say... All right, I know somebody's going to bring it up, so I'll just bring it up before they did. All right, so now he wants to get in a fight with multiple people in a car, and he's fighting with this guy by himself.
Get out the vehicle. Nah, get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle. Right now. Get out the vehicle.
Now this cop comes up. Now look, I got no problem with what this guy does, and you're going to tell this guy's pretty decent. He tries to treat the guy fairly decent. He shows up, sees the cop fighting. He don't know if this guy has tried to hit the cop, whether he's thrown something at him. He has no clue. So when cops show up and they see another cop fighting, they're going to join in and help him, even if you're not in the wrong. That's why I tell you, don't talk to cops, don't get involved. But anyway.
Right now! Get out the vehicle! Let go!
And I know there's going to be somebody here. Well, Rick, if he just got out the vehicle, well, of course he did. His job's to get away. I mean, I don't understand why people don't understand why people don't cooperate with cops. That's what they do. Doesn't mean that government should be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want, and always be justified and not held accountable. My videos are about holding police and government accountable. I could sit here and pick on all the suspects and tell you how great the cops is and how dangerous it is and justify and do all the cop explaining that I want to, but that's not the purpose of this. Our government is out of control and they don't have to follow rules. I don't have too much of a problem with this guy's doing. I think it could have been handled better.
Go! Now get out the vehicle! Put your hand behind your back.
Remember, the guy's been involved in 2 hit and runs and he's left the scene. He's under the influence. Obviously, he's going to jail. You got to get him in custody. And the guy's not cooperating. He may not be fighting and swinging, but he's definitely not cooperating. Otherwise, 2 guys would have had him handcuffed. The fact that they don't have him handcuffed tells you he's not cooperating. But Rick, they haven't asked him and they're just using too much. Doesn't matter. 2 guys can handcuff a guy if you put your hands behind your back. They can handcuff you. The fact that 2 guys can't do it tells you he's resisting.
Your hand behind your back now. Right now. On your belly. On your belly. On your belly.
Roll on your stomach.
On your belly.
All right. Go ahead.
Now he's got both his hands behind his back. Now I think he's cooperating. Now, maybe he couldn't cooperate before because they were beating him up. I don't know. But I want you to notice these guys bailing out of the car. Let's watch his car here.
On your belly.
Because we haven't searched a car, we don't know who's armed. We don't know if these guys are going away for life and they have nothing to lose and they can shoot these cops in the head. These guys have not been checked, searched, controlled. We have no idea who they are.
Roll on your stomach.
On your belly.
So this dude's out of here, or if it's a girl, I can't tell. Maybe it's a girl with red hair. And then the dude in white.
Right.
He's out of there. Okay, so it is the girl in the red. So she came around, she stays. This guy's like, dude, I'm out of here. I got warrants. I got to go.
Go ahead.
We're on Navajo. We can't find you.
See ya. Wouldn't want to
find
be
us.
ya. Checks to see if they're paying attention. He's gone. And he's probably got the dope or the guns, and he's throwing it, and he's ditching it. By the time they catch him, if they catch him, he won't have anything on him, and he'll say, I was scared and I just ran. And everybody was saying, see, Rick, he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, whatever.
We're right in front of the
We're
office.
in front of the office.
Like the middle of the road on Navajo. Go ahead and roll you in.
I'm not sure why this woman's staying around.
Do we need this guy in the white Nike hoodie?
Yes.
So this guy just figured out that the passenger bailed. He's like, shit, yeah, we need him. Hell yeah. And how does the cop know that the guy in the white hoodie was involved? Because when the cop showed up, he saw a guy in a white hoodie running away. Well, Rick, it's not illegal to run. And, that's why the cop asked, hey, do we need the guy in the white hoodie? Because there's not a lot of joggers in this high doctor neighborhood. I don't see the joggers lining up down the street where everybody's parking cars all over the place. So because there's not a lot of joggers, running could be seen as being out of the ordinary, suspicious to somebody paying attention.
Yes, grab him, grab him, grab him. He fled from the vehicle. Sit down. Sit down on the curb. Sit down. I don't know. Should be a heavy-set male, Hispanic, light-skinned.
Okay, so now he's in a fight, he's in a foot pursuit, and now this guy's like, oh shit, I'm going after him. This dude's like, damn, I showed up to your shit, now you're running off, leaving me with the guy that's bleeding. That's what this guy's thinking right now, because I've been there. So now as he's running off to go help his other partner chase the other guy that he let leave because he got in a fight with this guy too early before he had backup, now he's got to go back because this girl's going to leave and she's getting up. And he's yelling, get on the ground. And he's got to control him. And Rick is chaotic. These cops are doing the best they can. And if they had more training and we only had more money and more cops, okay, whatever.
Down! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
125, what's your location?
Stay in the car.
I don't have a problem with handcuffing and detaining everybody in the car. I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're friend or foe. I don't know if they're with him or without him. I don't know if he's transporting them. I don't know anything. Handcuff everybody. I got no problem with that. Somebody, you bootlicker, she didn't do anything. She just had red hair. Okay, whatever.
What is going on? Front of building 833.
Stay in the car. Hey, put your hands up on the
Now, this kid looks like a kid to me.
You 1095?
Out. Sit down.
So I'm not sure that was necessary. This kid looks scared and is small, and the cop's so caught up, and he's so pissed off that a guy got away. He's pissed off he had to fight. He's pissed off he had a hand. So he kind of grabs her and pushes her to the ground. I'm not okay with this. Do I think the guy should be fired and he needs more training and blah, blah? I just think he got caught up in a moment, and this kid didn't deserve this.
Down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Right here. Put your hands on your...
Who thinks that girl's going to grow up thinking cops are great and they're heroes and we should respect them and call them for help? Raise your hand. Freaking idiots.
You hear me? Put my hands in the car. Give me a chance.
Can't even fucking get breakfast.
Just give us a channel and send us a supervisor.
210s is out.
210 copy. Take ops number 6. Ops number 6. Still requesting you.
Bleeding pretty profusely from the face. Conscious and breathing.
So this guy's calling for an ambulance?
Copy that. Ops number 6.
I got it all recorded. Yeah, bro, I don't give a fuck. Am I alright? No, I'm not alright. You yank.
Obviously, if this is mom, I'd be arresting her for child endangerment for allowing her kid in the car with this knucklehead who is obviously under the influence. My guess is mom's under the influence too, and they have the child in the car. So I would be more concerned about taking the kid into protective custody and getting away from these freaking idiots than throwing her on the ground. But that's just me.
125 and 411, 1095. We're walking back.
Appreciate it.
You guys need more units?
I was really close to the fucking house. Yeah, bro, we can just go fucking there.
We got it under control now. We can get one more additional. We should be good beyond that.
I always got a tow started early. As soon as I could get on the radio, send me a tow. I hated waiting around for a tow company. I'd rather have the tow guy show up early and wait for me. Rick, that's not fair. You're bootleg. Well, whatever. I'm just telling you. You know, cops forget to call tows. This vehicle's getting towed. Nobody's driving. It's crashed. It's been in a hit and run. I arrested a suspect. This car's getting towed. So get a tow truck on the way. But that's just me.
All right, give me a minute. I'm with Kathleen. We'll clear in a second here.
Okay, I'm looking at you.
You guys
I'm looking
got
at
everything
you.
stabilized for now?
We're not, bro. I used to get the fuck out of the car.
Yeah, we got more detained.
Hey,
How do you think I might
when we get you, when we give you commands like that, because we don't know what's in the car, right? We don't know what's in the car. It's dangerous for us. It's dangerous for you.
Okay, but
And then you got people.
So this guy is trying to talk to the guy. He's trying to explain. He's trying to talk to the guy and treat him decent, even though he's bleeding, even though he's messed up and he probably won't remember it. Look, this guy caused it. He got drunk. He hit and run 2 people. He could have killed somebody. He's driving around like a freaking idiot. I don't feel too sorry for him, but this guy's treating him pretty decent. I got no problem with that.
People that are trying to reach across, like this girl, and sticking a phone on her face, which is fine. She can do that, but from afar, she can't be getting close to us. I'm gonna sit you up, okay?
listen, only reason she grabbed by my cane, bro, I told God the phone, nigga can't hold me, bro.
Okay.
Grab by my hand,
let me stand
bro.
you up. Are you ready?
I got my hand, bro.
I'm gonna stand you up.
But on my mama, she ain't gonna stay like that. I'm about to get him black.
So I don't know if he talks that way normally or if it's because he's under the influence, but obviously he's trashed and he shouldn't be driving. So far, I mean, look, there's not a whole lot of good and bad. I'm just pointing out things as a cop that I see, and you can take it or leave it. If you get mouthy in the comments and want to come here and be a shithole, well, I'll just block you and that'll be your last comment. So go ahead and do it, because I just soon block you earlier than later. All right, we'll end that there.